Hi everyone, it's been a while. Greetings from Kimberly Gundrella's New Orleans Coronication day, whatever the heck it is. It's been over a month and I know I've slacked off on making my videos, but I've been doing all sorts of other things, and that is what I wanted to talk about briefly today, is the notion of work and time. And I think one of the most interesting side effects or effects of this coronication for most people who are not currently working or find themselves unemployed or laid off or furloughed or otherwise unable to work, quote unquote, the way we used to, which was having a job tell us when we needed to be present and what we needed to be doing. Now we're able to manage or mismanage our own time the way we see fit, which is an extremely interesting development. It is something that I haven't really had the opportunity to experience myself since childhood. In that, what used to be summer vacation, the way that was as a child when you had no obligations other than waking up in the morning and doing what you please. It's wonderful. It's liberating. It's also a little terrifying to be in that position now, because we are forced to decide for ourselves what we would like to do with our time. And that means our waking time, our sleeping time. Do we want to go to bed at 10 o'clock every night? Or do we function better if we go to bed at 4 in the morning? Would we rather go to bed at 8 in the morning? Would we rather go to bed at 8 p.m.? That's something that's interesting. It's been a very long time since I've been able to decide for myself when to sleep and when to rise. It's also been interesting to try to figure out what my time management will be when it comes to the things that I want to do with my time, the things that I need to do with my time, like chores and errands, managing that because, we're trying to not go out very often. But also creative time, getting into that creative state of mind and using that time for creative endeavors. And like I mentioned in a previous video, the pressure to be productive is very difficult to shake off. And it's something that I think a lot of us are grappling with. We feel this need to fill all of our waking time with productivity, whatever that means, whether that's cleaning the house or creating art or a side hustle or online research or reading, whatever it is. But, that's not always what we want to do with our time. And what does that mean? People always talk about if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life, which is BS ultimately, because doing what you love is still work, and forcing yourself to be into the headspace to do it is still work. And sometimes you want to just spend the entire day watching Magnum PI and drinking whiskey shots. And I think that that's valid to a degree, but not if that becomes everything that you do. And if that is the case, then there are underlying issues. But it is a very liberating moment, I think, for a lot of people if we take a second and see that and see it for what it is, that we have the opportunity right now to make our own decisions about our time and our day and our life. We only live that we know of this one singular time, and we spend most of it existing for the benefit of others. And that's really very disturbing when you actually break it down and think about it, and most of us are not privileged enough to have a choice in the matter. So here we are, a lot of us now. Some of us are not privileged enough to have a choice in the matter right now either, don't get me wrong. People that are being forced to work on the front lines, as they call it, in grocery stores and low-wage jobs and jobs that refuse to allow them to take the time off and to quarantine and to get the unemployment insurance that they've paid into most of their lives, that they are owed. In fact, it's not a gift from anybody. It's something that you pay into by paying taxes for governance. But that's a totally different story. I digress. So, not all of us are in the position to be able to decide what we do with our time. So those of us that can right now, let's take a moment and be grateful for that, and maybe take a moment and see how best we can use that and appreciate that and maximize that. Even if that really does mean spending that time collecting your spoons and recharging your batteries and just existing for your own sake instead of the sake of other people's bottom line for a change. That's about it. I hope that y'all are doing well. I'm well. Hope you enjoy my little videos to some degree. I certainly do enjoy making them, and I will try not to slack off so much in the future, but even if I do, it's my prerogative to do so right now. So I hope you all are well, like I said, and certainly feel free to hit me up if y'all want to chat. Talk to you soon, and take care. Bye-bye.